Welcome to investingnews.com. We're speaking with Matt Painter from Kalgoorlie Gold Mining. Welcome, Matt.
G'day, John. Great to be with you again.
Oh, you're welcome. First of all, for investors, has the recent gold price rally been reflected in explorers' valuations?
I think it's starting to be. I don't think we're quite there yet. I think that certainly high quality explorers, like I like to think of KalGold, we've got the expertise, we've got the red hot ground. I don't think the market's separating those out yet. And one of the key things with KalGold as well is that we've got neighbours who are starting to or moving towards production. And when there's a major gold mine going in 20 kilometres away from it, M&A activity is a real possibility throughout the region. So I think there's plenty of upside as the gold price continues to surge. I think there's a lot of upside for explorers at the moment.
Oh, digging deeper then, Matt, how does Kalgoorlie's gold's valuation proposition compare with peers?
Look, I think we've got a ways to go. We are a very low-cost explorer, so the resources that we've defined to date, a couple of 100,000 ounces, about $5 an ounce we've defined those for. So it's very much a long way below industry average. We're efficient. We know what we're doing. We're also a little company looking for big company assets, if you like. So in the Laverton tectonic zone, there is the potential for big deposits out there, and that's what we're looking for. So we think that with the money that we've got in the bank, we can do a lot of good work out there that's going to get us noticed.
Okay, let's touch on the expertise of the company and both yourself and the other board directors, and really what the strategic plan is.
Well, look, the strategic plan for us is to get out there and make those discoveries. So our prime focus is the Laverton tectonic zone out at Pingeon. We're of the opinion that the area, the whole region, hosts the potential for multi-million ounce deposits, and that's what we want to find. So yes, a sugar hit from a high-grade intercept is always great, and we started that with the initial intercepts that we found at Lighthorse. But we're looking at the bigger picture here. We're looking for large deposits, similar to what Apollo Consolidated did when they discovered the Rebecca deposit south of us. So we're looking for big things. We're undertaking systematic exploration that will make sure that if it is there, we will find it.
And Matt, investors are always looking for a pathway to market. Could there be an opportunity to monetize the company's existing JORC resource?
Oh, look, that's absolutely, that could absolutely be the case. Our resources to date are very shallow. So La Mascotte deposit's only 35 kilometres from Kalgoorlie. It's outcropping. I didn't think I'd ever see an outcropping gold deposit in my lifetime around Kalgoorlie again, but we have one. And there's a moderate number of ounces there, but gold's worth a lot of money now, and mining costs when you're coming from surface are relatively low. So there's good potential there. And at Pingeon itself, we've only defined very shallow resources there just to get a handle on what we're dealing with, but they're from 3 metres depth. So we're always assessing and reassessing our existing data to see what we can do with our current resources, and we're very mindful of the fact that there's been profit share arrangements, contract mining type arrangements have been going on in and around Kalgoorlie in recent times. So we're keeping an eye on how things can possibly progress at each of our defined resources.
So looking into exploration, what are some of the key programs and assay timelines for 2026?
Look, they're still being defined. We only got our last results back just before Christmas, and we've still got more results outstanding from diamond drilling at our KalGold Gift deposit. But look, we are going to be hitting the area hard. We've got infill drilling to do around Lighthorse, as well as extensional drilling, which we've just defined from the most recent program. So we've only started to define on a very broad scale the full extent of gold mineralisation out there. Our work is going to be fleshing out, moving towards resource definition with more intense drilling, finding the full extent of the gold mineralisation out there, and then also testing a bunch of targets that we've defined further to the east. At the moment, we've only tested about 10% of the targets that we have in the Pingeon project area. There's a lot more for us to do. We're already having a fantastic strike rate and success rate with the hits that we've had. So there's a lot more to do out there. So look, there's a lot of gold out there. We need to get onto it, do it systematically, do it in detail, and that's going to give us a lot of results all the way through the year. So we'll define those projects very shortly, and we'll be rolling out the rigs as soon as we possibly can.
Finally, Matt, why should an investor consider adding KalGold to their portfolio?
Oh, look, we're a small company. We've got the expertise. We're in an area that, look, if you had have asked me 6 or 12 months ago, I would have said we think there's gold out there. I will say now that we know there's gold out there. It's a matter of how much. And things like Lighthorse, KalGold Gift, and even some of these other targets that we haven't even drill tested yet. If KalGold hits onto something significant out there, which we strongly believe is out there, you want to be a shareholder when that happens. So is it the next program? Is it the program after that? I don't know. But I'm certainly a shareholder, and I want to be holding on to those as we undertake these programs, because at some point I strongly believe we're going to be hitting some good mineralisation out there.
Okay, Matt, very busy times ahead. Thank you for updating investors today.
Thanks very much, John.